You could be wondering what kind of business you like to create, what kind of hustles you like to enter into, or which business is more profitable than another one, or you want to improve your current business, or you want to leave what you're doing, you want to shift to another one, or you want to create another one, or you could have lost your job, you want to create business in order to improve your daily monthly income, or annual or semi-annual, whatsoever the case can be. So I'm going to share with you some of the doable ones which you can take it on. And I don't know the place where you are, but this is in accordance with the data of the environments where I live. But of course, most businesses are cross-cutting depending on the policies, the geographical areas where you are. So business that can make at least a net profit of say at least over 5,000 US dollar or less or more depending on the volume. So one of them is a poultry business, and poultry business, of course, chicken and chips, chicken and chicken products are widely consumed almost all over the world. I'm not heard of any taboos behind it where I say some community does not eat or some religion does not wants chicken to be eaten. It is a white meat with no or less collaterals. Of course, hell is recommended for any humans. It is turned out as one of the most out of many areas where you can invest in easily. For it also have less startup costs. That is requires little capital to commence depending on the size. Some business like hardware, its opening might be damn expensive, like opening of good school, hospital, petroleum stations, bank, etc. So depending on the areas where you are interested, but what we are saying, opening poultry is relatively cheaper than the hardwares that I was talking about. Then, however, opening poultry as a business is quite easy. As I said, it requires little capital to start up. You can decide to buy chicks, raise them and sell. But some of the common costs of its opening, of course, is the capital. They might go for buying of the chicken itself or the chicks itself. It might go for feed. It might go for housing. It might go for transportation. It might go for treatment. It might go for security, say like cameras and the rest of it. It may go for equipment, things like say incubators. It might go for marketing. On top of treatment and drugs, can go for utilities, etc. So now, when it talks about poultry business, it itself, it also have are different types of the business that you can do within the poultry business itself. In that section, you can decide to say selling chickens feet. That's one area you can go for. You create a store like shops and the rest of it. You buy the feet or produce the feet yourself, then sells to the farmers. And these feet shall also be in sections. The feed for chicks, say for days old chicks to some period, medium size chicken, and adult. Also specific feed for say layers, etc. That's one of the area you can go for. Selling of chicken feet or turkey's feet or duck's feet. You think of that. You can also try to go for selling of the chicken itself. There are other areas where the chickens are cheaper. You go there, you buy chickens. Say you can buy, say for $5. You sell at $10 or $15. That's also business, and many people are doing live chickens. I see now other people buys the chickens that has been slaughtered fridge. You can buy those, transport, of course, using a cooler system. You store it somewhere. People comes and buy a ready-made chicken, just cut and it is cooked. That's it. Selling of the live chicken or selling of the slaughtered or the dead chickens meat. You can do the exact rearing of the chickens, where you get the hen, you get hens, cock, or you buy chicks from bigger farms, where they have incubators. Then you rear them, say for 5 months, 6 months, 3 weeks, I mean to say 4 weeks, and sell them off. You can decide to sell 2 months, 1 day old chicks, matured one. You can decide to sell for layers, or you could also be having the layers itself. Now these are already old stocks. You like to dispose them off. So those are areas where you can also go for it. The next one here is buying and selling of chicken products. Already buying and selling of chicken products. You can also decide to invest in it. So like eggs. This is a chicken products. There are many people who buys eggs from the farm, bigger farms. They transport it to town, or they transport it to the nearby countries or nearby district or city or states. You make up, you say you have to be very calculative. Say trays of eggs can cost how much? Say if the trays of eggs can cost maybe $6, $8, you do your calculation, transport cost, the cost for storage, the cost for selling, the trading licenses and the rest of it, cost for government, and you come out with your selling price. Of course, you need to have calculated your profit, what's called a markup. You have to know, because all business, any business that doesn't make profit is not sustainable. Should not even be called business. You have to break even. Break even is the point where total cost equal to total revenue. And you have to have some excess for you to continue to be in business. That is buying and selling of chicken products. And I said I gave an example. One of it is selling of eggs. Okay, now rearing of layers. That's where you can go for. You can buy layers when they are still chicks from the farm, or you can buy the eggs itself, the fertilized egg. If you have say incubators in any form, you prepare the room, the house, you prepare the feed and start rearing of layers. They lay eggs and you collect the eggs on daily basis and sell off the eggs. The income from the eggs you buy with the feed and you keep on expanding. You can even expand another flocks depending on how you are trending, whether it is making business, making profit or not. So one of the subsection of the business under poultry is rearing of layers with the intention to get eggs and you sell the eggs. This is itself is a very big business, very big business. You can decide to order maybe for this equipment where for keeping the layers itself, and or where the layers lays eggs in it. It is abundant, you can import it. Or if it is in country, you can check wherever you are. Then that one would entail you have to have the structure, and the structure where you have to maintain security, no entry anyhow, because one of the most sensitive issue to do with chickens is avoid infection, because in event that infection come, you can lose the whole business entirely. That is that warning sign that you need to know. Next one is selling of chicken equipment. The best example of say in a market, you have some people are selling incubators. Some chicken are selling chicken equipment for feed. What about drinkers? Very many. You can decide to go buy, whereas they sell it in wholesale, transport it and take to your place where your shops where you are stationed. These are all business that falls under poultry business. Selling, buying and selling of chicken equipment. Next, selling of chicken drugs and treatment. That is also another thing. You are a medics, you are vet and rest of it, specialize in poultry or train on job and the rest of it. Can set up the shop, and there are very many farms around all over the world. They will come for you, seek for specific drugs and the rest of it, depending on the type of sicknesses that affects their poultry. They come and buy the drugs from you. Of course, there's after sale service you need to provide. You can sometimes go and demonstrate how maybe to inject or put it in water, chicken drinks. So selling of the chicken drugs and chicken and treatment of chicken. You can do consultancy services related to poultry business. Other people want to start it big. They want purpose, they want knowledge. They want consultancies. How do I start with this? They want project proposal. They are also there. These specialized guys, they are there, who have all the data. You don't need to run here and there. You don't need to Google. They can set everything well in black and white for you. You'll only be following what you need to do at the beginning, what you need to do when you start normal operation, and what you have to do and don't do, etc. Up to the point of sale, up to the point where money gets into your bank account or into your cash, if it is you are dealing with cash. that is writing business proposal in poultry projects. You can decide to go for business only hatching of eggs. You buy in incubators. You now call for people to bring eggs. You only hatch their eggs. You write the eggs down. If I brought maybe 30 eggs, 200 eggs, 500 eggs, you charge per eggs, or you charge per batch. After 21, if it takes 21, in a specific number of days, you will tell them, come on this day, your chicks will be ready, and the contact is there. So that is another business you can go for. Anna Poultry only specialize in hatching of eggs. It's possible. What about selling of fertilized eggs? I've already told you. You better go. You can decide only to sell fertilized eggs for farmers who would like now to go and hatch it into their using their incubators. So those are various businesses you can take. You can go for Anna Poultry. Now take for instance, you have you want to raise around 3,000 chickens. What would your budget look like? One day old chicks, maybe if it costs around $1.3, then 3,000, you can get to around to $3,900. What about construction of the houses or housing? This will depend on where you are. The distance matters from the source of the raw material. You can decide to allot some money there, say $1,000 or something in kind, or less than that. You have to budget for feed. You have to budget for utilities. You have to budget for medical care. You have to budget for labor, and you have to budget for chicks, handling of chicks and others. So those are areas where you should not forget. And of course, security. And security also means including a parasite at the entrance of the chicken's house. You need to avoid, if possible, you can fence it off. But of course, be very careful, don't spend a lot of money on establishment of the structure. Depends. Let most money go for the products itself, for the chicken itself, because you are going to sell the chicken. You will not sell now the structure, because that's where the profitability element of it now comes in, my brothers and sisters. Next business you can go for. We have already handled poultry. I know we could be having a lot of questions there, but you can give your comment. I can guess back to you and yes, and reply. The next business you can easily start, say here in East Africa, is mobile money. Mobile money, easy to start, not expensive. Easy to start, not expensive. You see? Because now take for instance, you have a capital of say $1,000, you can start. $2,000, even $500, you can start, because there are big business guys who have money there, but they want money to go out. You now take for instance, if they are giving out, take for instance, they are giving out at say per $100, per $100, they say if they gives you at 5 cents, they gives you at 5 cents, you'll be selling say at 7-8 cents. The difference of 2 is for you. You will now know how to calculate it. And selling money is the most easiest, because at the end of the day you will get to know whether you're in loss or whether you're not, because you will balance before you close your business. You see, mobile money business and bank agents transact huge amount of money on a daily basis. Transaction charges are portions between telecommunication companies, bank and mobile money, and bank agents. These are guys who eat the profit. For instance, for a transfer of $100, it can attract a minimum interest of $0.5. If in a day you transfer, say, 40,000 US dollar, that means 0.5 times 400 unit of $100, it will get to $200 on a daily basis. Time 30, that's already 6,000. That's already 6,000. But this is just an estimation. However, on other days it can be boring, and other days you can make a very good business. But all in all, it is a doable business with less operation costs. We just need to handle now the trading license, the feeding for the staff, the rent, and the rest of it. And in most cases, it doesn't require a lot of space, unless now if you have a good number of capital. So that is it. Things about it. That is one of the most easiest one. Ensure that you have the papers for it and you are good to go. Another good one is selling of clothes. Now, if I have to ask you, how many people are there in the world? How many people lives in the country where you are? How many people lives in the locality where you are? Counties where you are? The districts, Payam where you are? States where you are? Depending on your administrative areas, the way you name it. All those people in one way or another need to be clothed. And the good news is there are different types of clothes, depending on their textures, depending on their use or unused, and depending on the pocketometer of individual. When I talk of the pocketometer, the affordability level, there are a section of population that uses these clothes, second-hand clothes, the bale one. You buy the bale, you come and sell in pieces. You retail it out. For those one who uses, you can buy, say, clothes, you tell it to tailors. They can tail for you, then you sell. You can go in sales of bale if your capital is sizable. There are varieties of clothes. Not only clothes, it goes together with even shoes. Selling of, I should even call it selling of clothes and shoes. It's another area you can go for. Is one of the easiest business that you can do or that you can establish. Sub businesses that falls under here are as below. Selling of the bale clothes itself. You go for the importers, those one who import, or you import yourself even. You sell on wholesale. People comes and buys from you. Maybe the difference is that will require some a little bit good capital for you, and you have to be careful of taxes as usual. Selling of second-hand clothes, you buy the bale, then now you sell in pieces. Or other people even come and buy on wholesale from you again. Selling of locally made tailor clothes, I talk about it. Like the one I'm putting now, like this shirt here. This one here I bought from Nairobi. Ready one, locally tailored, where you are measured and the rest of it, and you're good to go. Selling already made clothes. You can go, say, to places like Turkey. You can buy from there shoes. Anyway, this time no need. You may have to only go there once for transparency and purpose, but with the internet, why do you don't you need to go there? The moment you have already you broke through the line, you got maybe the right people, you start dealing, but they have to be legitimate. That's the warning. That's a warning. There are a lot of people who are losing their money through online. So once you get the right people having sold, you just wire the money to them. Then now, the moment you wire the money, you now need to, they will now ship the products to you. And this also goes with the shoes. Also, there are second-hand shoes. There are also classic shoes direct from the factories. That is the new brand shoes. Say, take for me, calculation of profit for the business is much easier. That is the advantage of shoes selling and selling of clothes. So you buy each cloth plus transportation. Say you buy each cloth and need transportation, say $8, and you are selling at $19. Therefore, net profit per piece of a cloth shall be 19 minus 8, that is $11. If you buy a cloth, say for 5,000, it will bring you 454 pieces of clothing at $8. So now, that means now you can easily now calculate your profit. 454 if they are all bought. Calculate now with the $11. Of course, practically, not all will be bought. Other stocks will be there. You can get around 9,988 if you do that in 1 month. It has taken you 1 month. The good news is this will not be the first batch. There may be second batch or third batch in a month, depending on how busy you are. I will do another video on selection of the site for your business. Depends on where you have stationed your business. Should you station your business in backward, in a back street, very few people come for you. You station your business in the right place where very many people crosses for. At the moment, no need even for that. You can do that. You can station your business on air. You can do your marketing online. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, just like the way I'm doing it now. You can partner with the YouTube owners, agents, sell, people like us. They can market things for you. You can also go for promotions. You can go for billboard. So now the amount of the profit that you are going to get now will depend on your mind, because your mind is the engine. You can enshrink it or you can make it elastic. You enshrink it will be the size of your profit. You increase it, it will also determine the size of your profit. That is it in business. So put a lot in your mind, or know what you are doing. You cannot go for something when you lack knowledge in it. People will sit you. The moment when you have decided, I want to go for selling of clothing, gather a lot of information, go and consult, so that you are aware and you are sure of what you are going to do. Because sometimes you will not be there, and the rest of it, how are you going to make a follow-up if you lack information what you are selling, your own business. That will give you a milestone. Know what you are doing and love it, have passion for it. Then the sky will be the limit. Another business you can go for agriculture, and agriculture is a wide range. Not just pigs. We talk of chicken, also an agriculture. Another one is God rearing, sheep rearing, or selling. You can just go to the market where they sell, or to the farm. You buy to the market. You buy to the market. So your product instead of clothes becomes goat now, become chips, become cows. So the whole thing also goes back to the mind. For serious farmer, it is recommended that you buy exotic goat if you want to go for goat rearing. The reason is they multiply faster, they grow faster, and always 99 or 80% of the mothers delivers twins. So meaning you have one goat. After around 13 months, 14 months, you are expected to have around 4 goats out of one mother, or even 6 if they are delivering 3 triplets. This is one of the most lucrative. But what does it take? It takes capital, and that capital will be used for buying goats, will be used for buying land if you don't have now the ancestral land. I would even prefer that if you have land, start with the land that you have. If you don't have, go and buy yours. But in most cases, if you go for communally or family owned land, the moment you are doing well, you know what is happening. Other people will now start disturbing you. If there's money, better go and buy your own land. Do some simple structure, very simple structure. God itself have it covered. It's not like human being. For us, we are playing. God have now the air. That air protects them from externalities. What it needs, it doesn't need rain, wet area. The area where it is have to be dry. That's why you need to cover the roof. Now the walling and the rest of it, you don't need to do it with blocks or with bricks. You can do it with chain links, so that other things doesn't attack. Things like cats and the rest of it doesn't come in. You got the point? But don't spend a lot of time on housing. Spend a lot of money on housing. Spend more in buying of God itself. Because you not sell again houses, you will now sell the God itself. And with exotic breed like Savannah, Boer, Kalahari, Blackberry, at the moment which have just come. 6-7 months is ready for sale. Just like now chickens almost. That of course when you are treating well, when you are feeding well. Because living thing is just like also you. If you don't eat well, you don't get proper treatment, and you don't sleep in the right place, you don't grow well, or you not be healthy. The way you like yourself to be treated, that's how you also have to treat the gods that you'll be rearing. So as I said, you can do the rearing itself and sell, and even the selling, you can sell to the breeders, the people who takes it to keeps like you, or you can sell to the market for slaughtering. At the moment, I would guarantee that if the quality comes well, it might not face something less than $100. Say at East African market. Good God. But this is just to be prudent, to be prudent, to be prudent, to be prudent. It's low cost. Others that goes almost for $200, $300. Like the back you can even sell after 1,000 US dollar. If you import from South Africa, the parents, both mother and father, because those will be pure breed. You see? So that is that. God is one of a very good area that I would recommend you to go for. You will not. Because as you sleep, they are chewing gums, they are manufacturing money for you. What it takes there, you need to take care of security. The people who take care of it should not steal, and they should not tamper, of say keeping them longer time in a crowd. It talks about feeding. Feeding is very important. Once they feed well, of course, this one would also, their immunity will be strong. You will not spend more money in the treatment or treating infection disease. But you also need to do vaccination, periodical vaccination. That one you can consult vet. You have to have vet in order to monitor it. Of course, it will depends on the number. If you have good numbers, you can have resident vet. You don't have good numbers, you can do vet on call. You call, pay, they make treatment, you pay and you let go. But you have to keep the contract for any emergency. Water, of course, is a primary because living things. Water have to be around there. Housing for the staff have to be there. I talked about it. These are the things you can't talk about. And not only that, even the feed, you don't need to 100% depend on the natural grass. There are grasses recommended for goats and cows and sheep. You can plant them and you can silage them, or you can dry them and the rest of it. There are machines now you can chop for you. Then during night time you can start maybe some plastics and the rest of it. They keep chewing those. They are adding volume, and that additional volume is, of course, now you will be up in the market to negotiate for your goat, or people just come, you dictate, because you'll be good looking, they will just go for it. The good news is goats are not too many, and people like goat meat. People like goat meat. Even as I talk, so even I would say you want 1,000, 3,000 goat, getting it will be a big deal at once, unless you move from place to place, move from place to place. So that's one of highly recommended business for you. The next form of business, supermarket, groceries, shops. Those are easy to establish. Very easy to establish. Just a matter of getting strategic positions. You now set the shelf itself. You have to know where you're going to buy it from, and that is from the wholesalers, and bring it to your shop. You have to calculate the profit that you're going to get, take in consideration the transport, the labor cost for the person selling out to you. You also need to calculate your own cost and the rest of it. Those are that, and you have to ensure that there's consistency, because if you're not consistent in a shop, your customer will disappear. Don't mind for the beginning, even if there are no customers, but if people are around, as they come, they will now sell. You want to get maybe shop this, go to that shop. You want to do customer care, here is very important. You link with a different company that sells whose product you are selling. Say if like beverages, Coca-Cola, they are there. You go and get the fridges from them. You buy also your own deep fridges and standing fridges. Maybe they are milk, maybe they are yogurts and the rest of it. You put them there. This time electricity is very important. You have to get a system for sales. All sales have to be recorded. All purchases have to be recorded. It will be important for you for calculation. You have to put the security camera have to be in here and there, and the rest of it. The only tricky part of it is during the point of sale, there must be somebody who is trusted, who is trustworthy there. But believe me or not, these are areas where you can make daily income, and you can also calculate your daily net profit. So easy. So let's not cry around, there's no job, there's no this, there's no this, there's no this. You get the capital, you go and buy with a car. You get the capital, you go and marry straight away. You are putting those money into sunk costs. You cannot easily get it. Why do you get a capital, start business, then the profit from it, now you go and marry. Profit from it, now you go and buy a car, you go and do this, you go and do this. Meanwhile, the money capital is there. So those are just ideas. They are not final. I'm not professional in this. This is just an offer, offering information to you. It is up to you to decide which one you want to go for. Should you pick anyone and you have any query and the rest of it, you can give comments to me. I'll go through your comments and I'll reply. My contact's also there. My WhatsApp is also there. And also ensure you subscribe, because more of those is going to come. More of those is going to come. So I wish you all the best. And may the Lord who is in heaven take care of you, protect you, and make your idea be fulfilled, and bless whatever you are going to start, and bless your hand. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Amen.